Welcome to your practice for the day. Take a comfortable seated position on your mat, closing down the eyes and bringing your mind onto the mat and into this moment. Letting go of everything else that is going on today and allowing yourself this time to focus in on your breathing, on your body, and on your practice. Go ahead, roll those shoulders back and down, and you're going to open the arms up into your cactus arms, pressing the shoulder blades together behind you. Biceps are coming parallel to the floor. Hands are active, fingers spread. Feeling that nice stretch in the shoulders. And exhale it out, taking a hold of the right arm with your left, bringing it across the body and just feeling that shoulder stretch open to the front. Continue to focus on your breath coming and going as you stretch. Inhaling, release it back up into your cactus arms. Let those shoulder blades roll down the back and press toward each other, opening your chest. Taking a hold of the left arm now, bringing it across the body, stretching open that shoulder. Think about how the shoulders are feeling today, if they're tight. The stretch feels good. Just focusing on the way the body feels as you move. Exhaling, let's go ahead, clasp the hands together and push the palms out in front of you. Dipping the chin into the chest, stretching those shoulder blades wide open behind you. Taking a deep inhale, let's go ahead, rise those palms up toward the sky, bringing the hands above the head, stretching that throat open, and bringing your gaze up to the hands if it feels good. Exhale, press the palms forward again, chin dips into the chest. One more breath in and out here. On your next inhale, rise the arms up and exhale them back down into the lap. Releasing the left leg out long, let's tuck the right foot into the inner thigh. Straightening up the spine, rise up through the tailbone, the mid-back, all the way to the top of the head. And then go ahead, take a little bend forward. Flexing the left foot, keep it active. Coming down as far as feels good in the stretch, letting those hips release. Feeling that inner thigh releasing. Inhaling, let's roll it up. We'll exhale the right hand behind the hips and push up through the hips, through that left foot, and stretch it all the way back. Giving the wrist a few rotations left and right. Just loosening it up. Feeling that long stretch from fingertips to toes. Exhaling, release it back down. Go ahead, bend that left knee. Bringing the sole of the foot onto the mat and cross it over the outside of your right knee. Inhaling, draw the spine long, reaching toward the ceiling. we'll come into our half Lord of the Fishes pose. Hooking the right arm over the outside of the knee. The left arm is reaching back behind you in your spinal twist. Breathing there. You can release the right leg out long if it feels better in the pose. And we'll release it forward. Switching the feet over to the other side. Left foot tucking into the right thigh. Exhale and bend forward. Feeling that nice long stretch, keeping the spine nice and straight. Bending from the hips. Inhaling, roll it up. Planting that left hand behind the hip. And exhale, rise open the chest. Pulling those hips up toward the ceiling in a long stretch. And give your right hand some nice rotations left and right, loosening up that wrist. Right foot is pressing into the mat. And exhale, release it down. Drawing that right leg up now to cross over the outside of the left knee. Again, elongate the spine. Taking a moment here. And you'll just hook the left arm on the outside of the right knee. Bringing that right hand back behind you in your half Lord of the Fishes pose on the right. Really extending from the bottom of the spine through the top of the head in your twist. Pressing those shoulders away from the ears and letting the hips open. Go ahead, release the pose. Beautiful. Stacking the legs parallel, one on top of the other. We're just going to move the spine in some gentle circles forward and back. Exhaling as you circle forward and inhaling as you draw yourself up. Knees and ankles are lined up with each other. Each time you circle forward, dipping the chest a little lower if you can. And reversing the action. Breathing and loosening up that spine. Feeling the hips stretch as you move. And come to stillness. Go ahead, inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward, reaching toward the top of the mat. You can stay up on your hands. Or if you'd like to come down to the forearms. Or even rest your forehead on the backs of the hands. Just do what feels good for your body today. Breathing and releasing in this long stretch all down the back, the outsides of the hips, through the knees. And we'll inhale it up and exhale. Release to the other side. Stacking the other leg now on top, making sure those shins are coming parallel together. Trying to line up the ankles to the knees. And going into your spinal rotations. Feeling that deep stretch in the other hip now. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward. With each exhale, letting yourself melt a little more. And changing the direction. Last one. Inhaling to stillness. Exhale those arms high. Inhale, stretch long. And exhale, fold it forward. Breathing there. Noticing how the hips feel on this opposite side. Feeling the shoulders open and release over the mat. Feeling your breath rise and fall as you come into this deep stretch. Inhaling, let's roll it all the way up. We'll exhale, releasing both legs long, give them a little shake. Let's make our way to the back of the mat, standing in your mountain pose, palms facing open and forward, grounding down through the feet. Let's inhale, rise up the arms and all the way up on your toes into a balance. Exhaling down, lowering into a squat. Inhale, rising the arms back up, rise all the way up on the toes. Exhale, bringing it back down into your squat. Very nice, releasing the squat. Inhale up, rising on the toes, stretch the fingertips all the way to the ceiling. And last one, exhaling down into your squat. Holding there a moment, and breathe. Releasing out, let's go ahead, coming to our halfway forward fold, lengthening the spine long, pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, releasing down all the way into your forward fold. Bringing a bend in the knees, just loosen that upper body, swaying side to side, releasing out the legs and the back. The neck is soft, holding no tension. And coming into stillness, let's go ahead, take an inhale, rise it up, halfway lengthen. Exhale, and we'll inhale, roll it all the way up to the top. Exhaling the arms high, stretching long overhead. Inhale. Exhale, reaching down. Walking it all the way out for your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, tucking the toes. Press it back, downward facing dog. Crown of the head is reaching toward the mat. Shoulders extending long, and the tailbone reaching up toward the ceiling. Inhale, and on your exhale, shifting forward back into your high plank. Breathing there. Hold those abs nice and sturdy. And we'll exhale, walk the hands all the way back to meet the toes. Into your forward fold, and then curl it all the way up to the top. Exhaling the arms high overhead. Inhale, stretching. Exhale, hands into the heart center. Inhaling the arms back up, stretch it long, and let's exhale into your forward fold. Walking those hands out on the mat, bring yourself all the way out into your high plank. Inhale and exhale, pushing it back, downward facing dog. So we're going to rise all the way up on the toes in your down dog, giving a little bend in the knees and press that chest toward the thighs. Feeling that deep stretch all the way from hands up through the tailbone. Inhale and exhale, shifting back forward, high plank. From here, we'll come into our kneeling side plank. Placing that right knee onto the mat, lean into the shin, and shift the left foot over in line with the body, rising that left arm long overhead, giving a nice long stretch from the toes up through the fingertips. Taking it a step further, let's rise that leg. Heel is coming in line with the hip, squeezing into those glutes. Exhale, release it down, and coming all the way back over into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, walking it back all the way to your forward fold. Taking a moment there, and we'll inhale nice and slow, unrolling up to the top. Exhale, open those arms into mountain. Coming into it again, let's go ahead, inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Walking the hands out to the top of the mat in a nice strong high plank. Inhale, moving over onto the right hand and the edge of the right foot, we'll come into our full side plank. Feel free to stay in your kneeling side plank, or if you want to take it a step further, rising that foot up onto the calf, opening up, and exhale, release the pose, stepping back into your downward facing dog, and exhale, walk the hands all the way up, forward fold, uncurling the spine all the way up into mountain. Going on the other side now, inhale, rise the arms. Exhale, forward fold, reach toward those toes. Walking the hands all the way out into your strong high plank. Inhale, and exhale, dropping the left knee to the ground this time. Right foot coming in line with the knee. Right arm opening high overhead. Stretch open that chest. Inhaling, rise the leg, taking it a step further in your kneeling side plank. Inhale. Exhale. Releasing back down out of the pose. Tucking those toes under. We'll come into our tiptoe down dog, bending the knees and pressing that chest all the way down toward the thighs. Feeling that deep stretch through the shoulders, all the way up through the tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, release the pose, and walk the hands all the way back into your forward fold. Taking a deep inhale, rolling all the way up to the top, and exhaling into your mountain. Inhale, rise the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Walking the hands out, coming back into your strong high plank. Press those hips in line with the rest of the body. And we'll turn over onto the right foot. Pressing through the hand, press open that chest in your full side plank. Once again, if you'd like to draw the foot up, opening into the balance a little further. And exhale, release it down. Beautiful job. Plant those toes down and let's step it back. Downward facing dog, pressing through. Walking the hands all the way toward the toes in your forward fold. And nice and gentle, rolling the body up. Exhale, opening the arms into your mountain, stretch it high. And take a moment there, releasing into the pose, grounding through those feet. Feel the shoulders melt away from the ears, taking a breath here. And we'll go ahead, step the feet out wide on the mat, bringing the hands onto the hips. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead, give a long stretch. And we're going to exhale, taking a bend into the knees and elbows in our goddess pose. Release the left elbow to the knee, opening up the right side body, And then release that right leg out long, coming into your extended side angle. Gazes up toward the top arm. Inhale. Exhale, shift back into the goddess pose, drawing that right foot back in, opening the knees and elbows. Exhale off to the other side, right elbow to the knee, left arm stretching long up ahead. In your extended side angle, extend that left leg long. Breath in. Exhale, moving back into goddess. And inhale, rise it up, 5-point star. Exhale, hands down to the mat. We'll shift our weight into the right foot, coming into our side lunge on the right. Walking the hands over, extend that left leg long. And if you'd like, go ahead, rise it up into your balanced side lunge. Inhale, press those elbows away, palms pressing into each other. And we'll exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat, shifting back over into your wide-legged forward fold. Extending through that spine, release the head. Breathing into this stretch. Feel free to come up on the hands or give a little bend in the knees if it's more comfortable. Letting the legs release. And we'll walk the hands over toward the left, coming into our side lunge on the other side. Once again, stay there if you'd like, or rising up into your balanced side lunge. Breathing and opening that chest, tucking the tailbone under as you press into the feet. Exhale, release those hands. Let's walk it back center. Wide-legged forward fold. Dropping the crown of the head toward the mat. Draw that spine nice and long. And breathe. Go ahead, heel toe those feet in a little bit wider than hip width apart. Drawing the hands up to the hip, straighten out your back. And on your next exhale, rising all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, release those arms high overhead. Inhale, stretching. We'll exhale, draw it down all the way into your yogic squat. Breathing here. Tucking that tailbone under, shoulders are pulling away from the ears, and chest is opening up. Feeling that deep stretch through the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Dropping the hands to the mat, we'll drop onto the right knee, leaving the left foot up on the mat. And you're just going to drop the left arm on the outside of the foot, coming from the inside of the knee. Open that right arm up overhead into a nice side stretch, opening that left hip. Breathe, press in through the hand and the bottom of the left foot. Exhale, rising back up, and we'll shift to the other side, dropping the left knee to the mat. Right arm is coming on the inside of the right knee, outside of the foot. Left arm stretching up long overhead. Exhale, release the pose. Coming onto both knees now, leaving them wide. In a wide-legged hero's pose, we're going to bring the hips over down toward the heels. Inhaling, stretching off to the right side. Open up that left arm overhead. Coming up center. Exhale off to the left. Keeping those hips nice and still, the knees are grounded as you move from the waist. Inhale, center. Exhale, walking the hands out. Tuck those toes under, coming into your downward facing dog. Breathing, release the crown of the head toward the mat. The neck is long, all the way up through the spine. Tailbone reaching toward the sky. Shoulders are externally rotated, pushing the blades together. Breathing here. And looking up to the top of the mat, let's step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, rolling all the way to the top. Exhaling into your mountain. And from here, we'll move into our balancing pose. So giving a nice stretch in those feet, walk them out. And then we're going to ground down through the right foot. Left foot is lifting up. Extend through the spine. You're just going to lift that foot up into the air. Coming on the inside of the knee, take that big toe with your peace fingers. Opening up the hip. Inhale. Exhale, let's shift open that hip. Coming into a little preparation for our hand to big toe pose. Inhale. Exhale, closing that hip, release the foot down. Very nice. Walking out the feet, give them a nice stretch. And then we'll ground down through the left foot. Get a focal point in front of you that's not moving. Tucking the tailbone under, rising up through that grounded foot, all the way through the spine. Press the shoulders away from the ears, and we'll lift the right leg. Moving to take the big toe with your right hand peace fingers. Inhale, pull it up. Alternatively here, you can hug the knee into the chest. Or if you'd like to take it over to the wall to bring the knee up, you can release the hand there and work on that balance. Or bringing the hand to the wall, and once you're in that balance, release the hand and work on opening that hip and balancing from there. And exhale, open it over to the right. Breathing and balancing there. Inhale. Exhale, closing the hip back down. Let's release the foot back to the mat. Walking out the feet, giving them a good stretch. Let's take it into our flow. Inhale, arms high. Exhaling, fold it forward. Grounding down those hands, and we'll step it back into our downward facing dog. Pressing through those shoulders, pressing through the heels of the hands. Let's go ahead, inhale, lift the right leg up into the air in our three-legged dog. Opening up that hip, go ahead, take a look under the right armpit. Really opening long through the body. Inhale. Exhale, bending the knee. And we'll draw it all the way forward in between the hands, placing the leg down for our pigeon pose. Back leg is long, top of the foot extending, flat behind you. And if you'd like to come down to your forearms, or even all the way down to the forehead, feeling that stretch, letting the body release into it. Most importantly, taking it to your own comfort level. If you're all the way up on your hands, roll those shoulders away from the ears. Open the chest. If you're on the forearms, pressing down through the arms, and breathe. Feeling that deep stretch all down the back side of the body. On your next inhale, go ahead, rise it up. Planting the hands down. We'll bend that left foot in toward the glutes, opening up the left arm to take a hold of the foot. Breathing here in your bound pigeon. And exhale, release the foot down. Let's go ahead, step it back, downward facing dog. Pressing the heels to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, looking to the top of the mat. Let's step it forward and roll all the way up with a deep inhale. Exhaling into your mountain pose. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Planting those hands down, we'll step it back, downward facing dog. Coming in on the other side. Let's lift that left leg up into our three-legged dog. Opening the hip, looking out under the left armpit. Inhale. Exhale, bending that knee. And let's draw it through to the top of the mat into your pigeon pose. Body is square over the hips and coming into the pose wherever feels best for you. Up on the hands, down to the forearms, or all the way down with the forehead resting on the arms. Inhale. Let that hip release. Top of the right foot flat on the mat, outstretched behind you. Shoulders pressing away from the ears. Breathe and release. Beautiful job. On your next inhale, walk those hands in. And we'll take a bend into the right foot. Reaching open the right hand and taking a hold of the foot in your bound pigeon on the right. Breathe, opening up that chest, pulling that foot in toward the body. One more breath in and out. And we'll exhale, release the feet, pressing back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, looking to the top of the mat, step it forward, forward fold. Rolling up nice and gentle. We'll exhale the arms high overhead, stretching long. And draw them down into the heart center. We'll go ahead, come to a seated position on the mat. Soles of the feet are together in your butterfly pose. We'll reach the spine, extend it out long, and take the left hand down to the mat beside you, reaching long through the right side body. Try not to lift that right hip, planting the sit bones into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, arms up. Inhaling to the other side. Exhale, stretch long through the left hand. Feeling that left side open long. Hips are rooting into the mat. Inhale it back center. And we'll go ahead, take the hands behind you, fingertips facing toward the hips. Open that chest up toward the sky, pressing through the arms, drawing those shoulder blades back behind you. Hips are still rooted into the ground. Inhale. Exhale, release it all the way forward. Reaching those hands toward the top of the mat. Breathe, let those hips release. Try not to hold any tension in the muscles. Let the neck be soft. The spine long. And we'll roll it up and make our way over to the wall. Coming into our final pose, the legs up the wall pose. We're going to bring the hips as close to the wall as you can and extend those legs up high overhead. Tucking the shoulder blades under and down the back, open out the arms to either side. Inhale. Drawing the soles of the feet onto the wall, knees are at a right angle, and taking your left 2 fingers to the left big toe, extend that left leg out as straight as you can, pushing through the heel, and breathe. Inhale, pressing the shoulder into the mat. Exhale, releasing the leg back to the wall. Coming onto the other side, let's inhale. Take the big toe with your 2 fingers. Pressing through the heel, grounding those shoulders into the mat. Extending the leg as long as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Releasing the foot back to the wall. And we'll draw them back straight, flexing the feet, pressing the soles of the feet up toward the ceiling. Breathe and extend. Just feeling that low back and the whole spine completely releasing here. Your legs are stretching long through your flexed feet. And we'll go ahead, inhale, point the toes, feeling that long stretch down the fronts of the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet back onto the wall. We'll come into a modified shoulder stand from here. Pressing into the shoulders, walking the feet a little bit up the wall, engage those abs. Rolling up just a little bit up toward the shoulders. Exhale, release the hips back down, flexing the feet, legs are long up the wall. We'll make our way into that modified shoulder stand again, bringing the soles of the feet back down onto the wall. Inhale and lift up through the hips, engaging those abs, walking the feet a little bit up the wall, trying to press those hips in line with the spine. Exhale, releasing the hips all the way back down. And let's take it for 2 more. Inhale, planting those feet strong on the wall. Exhale, engage those abs, walking the feet a little bit up the wall to bring those hips in line with the spine. Making sure the chin is tucked into the chest and shoulders are well rolled under. Exhale, release it down, walking the feet back. Release them out long, soles of the feet toward the sky. Inhale here, releasing down. And as we come into the final one, make sure those shoulder blades are flat on the mat underneath you. Inhale, walking the feet onto the wall. Exhale, pressing through the feet. Lift those hips. Walking up the feet a little bit higher on the wall. Pressing back into the shoulders. Making sure the neck is flat and long on the mat. And exhale, release the hips. Legs are long overhead. Breathing and relaxing there. Let's go ahead on your next exhale. Just cross those legs together in a reclined easy pose. Breathing and just letting those hips release. The low back release. Let your breath be steady here. Taking the last few minutes here in our Shavasana, our final resting pose. Feel free to roll over onto your side if it feels better. And relax down the mind. Breathe and release here. Enjoying this relaxation. Feeling the body relax, melting down into the earth. Your eyes are closed. Breath is steady. Just allow yourself this time to enjoy your relaxation. Taking a little scan of the body from the top of the head through the face, relaxing each little muscle. The shoulders are relaxed down, melting into the mat. Hands are open wide. Fingers gently curled in their natural position. The back and low back completely relaxed. Hips are soft. Legs releasing onto the wall. Just take a moment to give some gratitude. Inhaling, let's draw those hands into the heart in prayer. Thanking yourself for taking the time to spend on your practice on your mat today. I thank you so much for joining me here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.